Come, let's sing Jesus, 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 let's sing an everyday children's way.
Hey there, friends! It's Hump Day! It's the middle of the week, and I hope you're having a marvelous Wednesday. Now, all this week, we've been talking about having our emotions the same way that Jesus had his. And Monday we talked about how we need to have compassion like Jesus. And yesterday we talked about how we can be calm like Jesus. But today we want to talk about something that maybe some people would say we should never be. And that's the emotion of anger. Has someone ever done something to you that made you really mad? It made you curl your fist and bite your teeth and maybe stomp on the ground a little bit? We would call that anger. Very angry at something, or just, I'm mad. Did you know that Jesus was also mad at one time? Did you know in John chapter 2, Jesus came to Jerusalem and he went to the temple? Now the temple's the place where everybody went to worship at that time, and when Jesus went to the temple, he was expecting to see people praising God, serving God, and doing things that God asked him to do. But when he got there, he saw the people weren't doing what God wanted them to do at all. And it's the only time that we see Jesus turning tables over, and he gets all those wicked people out of that place. And the Bible would say that zeal has consumed me. Now, zeal isn't really a word that we use very often, but if you were to describe what zeal is, it just means that you really love something so much that when someone does something wrong that you know is wrong and it goes against what you love, you're going to do everything you want to make sure they know this ain't right. Now, Jesus was angry over the fact that these people had done something that God said not to do. And we need to know that there's two different things we need to know about anger. There's a right way to be angry, and there's a wrong way to be angry. But before we talk about that, let's go sing a song with our friend Paul, and I'll see you in a few seconds. So, let's go sing with Paul. Let's go.
Sing Christian songs with Paul.
Thanks, E.T. Hey, kids, would you like to sing another Christian song? How about I Can Do All Things? I can do all things through Christ. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Great job, kids. We'll see you next time.
Hey there, friends. You did a marvelous job singing with Paul. Paul, thanks, buddy, for singing with our friends. And friends, thanks for singing with Paul. Paul's very excited. Now, when we left, we were talking about Jesus was really angry that the people went into the temple and they turned God's house into something it shouldn't have been. And Jesus flipped tables over and he drove the people out of the temple that were doing bad things in the temple. And it makes me wonder, if we were going to be angry just like Jesus was angry, can we be angry in a good way and it not be bad? Well, let's talk about how we should not be angry, and then we'll talk about some good things that anger can do for us. You see, some of the bad things that we could do when we're angry is when Mommy and Daddy tell us not to do something or say that we got in trouble over something. One of the bad ways you can be angry is by throwing a fit or telling your Mommy and Daddy, "You're wrong, you don't know what I did." And then you end up getting a spanking. That don't feel too good. But you know, whenever we talk back to our parents or we put our fist in the air and we tell our parents, "You don't tell me," or maybe even we hit our parents, we don't do that. That's not very nice. And the Bible would say we need to honor our fathers and our mothers. We need to listen to what they say because they're trying to train us in the way that God wants us to be trained. Now, throwing a temper tantrum when we don't get our way, or maybe when our friends do bad things to us, Jesus would say, don't throw a temper tantrum. Rather, He would say, when you are persecuted for doing the right thing, meaning if someone makes fun of you or does something bad to you, when you're trying to do the right thing, the best thing to do is rejoice. Because something that's really hard for us to think about is when people do bad things to us, we're actually blessed by God. But you know one of the ways that we can be angry in the right way? You know, we can be angry towards the fact that a lot of people don't serve God the way that they should, but we don't have to go out and hurt people because of it. That would be abusing the anger. We can be angry at ourselves sometimes because we don't do what God says we need to do. But even though we're going to be angry at ourselves, don't be so angry that you say, well, I can't possibly keep the things that God wants me to do. You can do it. Just know what you're being angry toward. And if you're being angry towards sin, or you're being angry towards people doing wickedness, don't harm them, but find a way to bring them to Jesus. That might mean, like we talked about Monday, share compassion with those who need compassion. There's a way you can be angry in the right way, and there's a way that you can be angry in the wrong way. And when Jesus was without sin, which He was, that means in John chapter 2, Jesus was in the right. Now friends, if you're angry, deal with it in the right way. Talk to your mommy and daddy about it. See what they say about it. And if you don't understand it, talk to them and ask them, why am I angry? And they can talk to you about that. Now friends, that's all the time that we have today. Let's go work on our memory work, and I'll see you next time. Let's go. Hey there friends! So our memory work this week comes from Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. Now until Friday, we'll say the verse once together, and then I want you to say the verse back to me. Are you ready? Let's go. To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. Now I want you to say the verse back to me. Go ahead. That was great! You did a fantastic job. Now keep working on that and you'll keep improving up till Friday when you'll have to say it to me without looking. So friends, work really, really hard on your memory work, and until next time, see you later friends.
Come, let's sing Jesus, 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 let's sing an everyday children's way.